A Broken Trust, Episode 1, in the heart of the savannah, where the tall golden grasses danced with the wind, lived Adia, a young Maasai girl with eyes as deep and mysterious as the night sky. Unlike others her age, Adia wasn't drawn to tending sheep or learning the art of spearing. Instead, she felt a pull towards the Whispering Dunes, a vast stretch of sand rumoured to hold ancient secrets. One scorching afternoon, while the village drowsed, Adia snuck away. The dunes shimmered under the relentless sun, their whispers growing louder as she approached. Suddenly, the sand swirled, revealing a shimmering gateway. Curiosity burning bright, Adia stepped through. The world beyond was unlike anything she'd ever seen. Lush jungles teeming with fantastical creatures replaced the arid plains. Here, giant butterflies with shimmering wings flitted among trees hung with bioluminescent flowers. Adia met a wise old leopard, his fur patterned with constellations, who spoke of a hidden magic, the Moto, or drum of fire. Legend said the Moto held the power to control the very elements. But an evil sorcerer, Jitsu, had stolen it, plunging the land into an imbalance. Crops withered, and ferocious storms raged. Adia, with her unwavering spirit, was chosen to retrieve the drum and restore harmony. Aided by the leopard, aptly named Nyota Star, Adia embarked on a perilous journey. They braved treacherous rivers guarded by territorial hippos with razor-sharp tusks. They outsmarted mischievous baboons who hoarded glittering gems in tangled vines. Adia even learned to speak the languages of the animals, forging unlikely alliances with a pride of courageous lions and a wise old talking tortoise. Finally, they reached Jitsu's obsidian fortress, a stark contrast to the vibrant jungle. Adia, with Nyota by her side and the newfound support of her animal companions, confronted the sorcerer. Jitsu, cloaked in shadow, unleashed a torrent of dark magic. A thrilling battle ensued. Adia, drawing on her courage and newfound connection with the land, used her knowledge of animal languages to orchestrate a symphony of roars, chirps, and hisses, confusing and disorienting Jitsu. Seizing the opportunity, Nyota pounced, knocking Jitsu off balance. Adia, with a burst of bravery, snatched the Moto, a magnificent drum carved from volcanic rock and pulsating with latent fire. As she pounded the rhythm taught to her by the animals, a wave of energy surged through the land. The storms subsided, the rivers calmed, and life returned to the parched land. Adia, hailed as a hero, returned to her village, forever changed. She became the bridge between the human world and the magical one, using the Moto to ensure balance and harmony. The Whispering Dunes remained a secret gateway, a reminder of the extraordinary adventure that awaited those brave enough to listen. Episode 2, Whisper of the Wine Serpent. Adia, the village hero, revelled in the newfound respect. Yet, a sliver of unease gnawed at her. Jitsu, though defeated, hadn't vanished. Whispers carried on the wind spoke of strange occurrences near Mount Kilimanjaro, the legendary home of the Moto. One moonlit night, while guarding the village sheep, Adia noticed a shift in the night sky. The constellations Nyota had shown her, once twinkling brightly, seemed to dim. An unsettling silence blanketed the savannah, broken only by the unsettling rustle of the wind. Suddenly, a monstrous serpent, its body shimmering with an unnatural luminescence, slithered down from the peak of Kilimanjaro. Fear gripped the villagers. Legends spoke of the Refu, the wine serpent, a creature of immense power said to control the very air. The elders revealed a chilling truth. Jitsu had somehow awakened the Refu, hoping to use its power to steal back the Moto. Adia knew what she had to do. Despite the village elders' pleas for caution, she resolved to seek Nyota. Following the faint constellation patterns in the disrupted night sky, Adia ventured deeper into the savannah. The journey was fraught with peril. The wind, once gentle, now howled ferociously, whipping sand into stinging barbs. Adia battled disorienting gusts that threatened to blow her off course. Just when she was about to give up, she stumbled upon a hidden oasis, a haven from the relentless wind. There, she found Nyota, his fur ruffled and his eyes filled with concern. He confirmed her fears. Jitsu, desperate and crazed, had used forbidden rituals to awaken the Refu, promising it dominion over the skies in exchange for its help. Together, Adia and Nyota devised a plan, and Nyota, with his knowledge of the constellations, revealed a hidden pathway through the treacherous winds, a path only visible under a specific alignment of stars. Adia, remembering the Mombam Refuse legend, realized its weakness, its vanity. The plan was audacious. Adia, armed with the Ngoma Moto, would journey to the peak of Kilimanjaro. By strategically using the drum to mimic the constellations, she hoped to lure the Mombam Refu into a celestial dance, disorienting and weakening it. Nyota, meanwhile, would create a diversion, leading the creature on a chase through the treacherous wind currents. Episode 3. Dance with the Wine Serpent. Adia, fueled by adrenaline and determination, began the arduous climb up Mount Kilimanjaro. The wind howled like a banshee, carrying sand and biting cold that cut through her clothes. Holding on to the Ngoma Moto for dear life, she navigated treacherous slopes, guided by the faint constellations Nyota had revealed. Reaching a precarious rock ledge overlooking a vast chasm, Adia caught sight of the Mombam Refu. Its luminescent scales slithered and writhed in a mesmerizing dance, mimicking the disrupted constellations above. Its monstrous head, crowned with horns that crackled with energy, surveyed the land with a malevolent gaze. Taking a deep breath, Adia pounded a rhythm on the Ngoma Moto. The drum vibrated with a deep, echoing sound that resonated through the mountain. As she played, the constellations above shimmered, momentarily realigning into the pattern taught by Nyota. This seemingly insignificant act sparked the Mombam Refu's vanity. Confused by the sudden shift in the night sky, the serpent paused its dance, its attention drawn to the pulsating rhythm. Adia, seizing the opportunity, mimicked a series of constellations: the hunter, the warrior, the great mother. With each beat of the drum, the stars above responded, shimmering brightly against the unnatural darkness. Meanwhile, down below, Nyota put his part of the plan into action. Roaring defiantly, he led the Mombam Refu on a whirlwind chase through the treacherous wind currents. The monstrous serpent, disoriented by a dazzling display of celestial mimicry and distracted by Nyota's taunts, thrashed wildly in the storm, its luminescence flickering. Adia continued her performance, mimicking a new constellation, the entrapped serpent. As she did, strange glyphs, glowing faintly on the drum's surface, flared to life. Understanding dawned. The Ngoma Moto wasn't just a drum. It was a key, a way to communicate with the very fabric of the sky. With renewed confidence, Adia pounded the drum with all her might, channeling the celestial energy into a powerful rhythm. The glyphs on the drum pulsed in response, and the constellations above blazed with unprecedented brilliance. The Mombam Refu, overwhelmed by the celestial display and Nyota's relentless harassment, roared in frustration. Suddenly, a blinding light erupted from the Ngoma Moto. It engulfed the Mombam Refu, momentarily paralyzing it. Adia, with a surge of courage, leapt forward, striking the serpent's head with the drum. The blow resonated with a deafening crash, and the Mombam Refu shrieked in pain. Disoriented and weakened, the serpent retreated back into the heart of Mount Kilimanjaro, the celestial gateway it had breached collapsing behind it. The disrupted constellations realigned, and the wind, finally appeased, died down to a gentle breeze. Exhausted but victorious, Adia collapsed onto the rock ledge. Below, Nyota materialized, his fur ruffled but his eyes gleaming with pride. Together, they had achieved the impossible, defeating the Mombam Refu and restoring balance to the land. However, as they descended from the mountain, a chilling realization struck Adia. While Jitsu's influence seemed diminished, he wasn't gone. The encounter had revealed his desperation, but also a growing ruthlessness. The Ngoma Moto thrummed with a low power, a constant reminder of the challenges ahead. Adia knew this was just the beginning. Jitsu wouldn't stop, and the fight to protect the savannah, and the magic that flowed through it, was far from over. Episode 4. Echoes in the Sand. Weeks passed since Adia daring ascent of Kilimanjaro. The savannah thrived under the restored balance, the wind whispering tales of her bravery. Yet, a shadow of unease lingered in Adia's heart. Jitsu's silence felt ominous, a predator waiting in the tall grass for the opportune moment. One scorching afternoon, while practicing her drumming skills with Nyota by her side, a tremor shook the earth. Sand swirled in a miniature whirlwind, revealing a wizened old woman cloaked in shimmering desert sands. Her weathered face bore the wisdom of years etched in deep lines, her eyes holding the glint of distant storms. "Greetings, Adia, chosen of the Ngoma Moto," the woman rasped, her voice like the rustling of ancient parchments. "I am Zihua, keeper of forgotten whispers." Adia bowed her head in respect. Nyota tensed beside her, a low growl rumbling in his throat. Zihua continued, her voice gaining strength. "Jitsu seeks a forbidden's power, one that dwells deep within the whispering dunes. He seeks to unleash the Ekandu, a creature of pure chaos, to bend the land to his will." Adia stomach clenched. The Ekandu, a mythical entity whispered about only in hushed tones, was said to be a formless devourer, consuming all in its path. "The dunes hold a hidden passage," Zihua said, her voice gaining urgency. "Only the Ngoma Moto, guided by the Song of Sands, can unlock it." With a gnarled finger, Zihua traced a pattern on the sand, a series of swirling lines and geometric shapes. "This is the Song of Sands. Learn it, Adia. It is your only hope to stop Jitsu and prevent the Ekandu's awakening." The sand glyph shimmered for a moment, then dissolved into the hot air. Zihua, her task complete, crumbled to dust, leaving behind a faint scent of cinnamon and the weight of a daunting responsibility. A determined glint flickered in Adia's eyes. Jitsu had underestimated her once again. With Nyota by her side and the Song of Sands etched in her memory, she would face the perils of the Whispering Dunes. This time, she wouldn't just restore balance, she would prevent a cataclysmic event from consuming the very land she swore to protect. Adia and Nyota venturing into the vast expanse of the Whispering Dunes, the rhythmic pulse of the Ngoma Moto echoing in the dry wind, a counterpoint to the unsettling whispers of the sand itself. Will Adia master the Song of Sands and unlock the hidden passage? Can she confront the Ekandu and save the savannah from Jitsu's malevolent plans? Stay tuned for episode 5.